Hello, my name is Julieta Barca.
And my name is Lekith Odakura, and we're the heads of the management team for digital solutions.
COVID-19 is a word we've all grown familiar with in the past year. In the workplace, it's been extremely detrimental as the economy collapsed and home was a place we became too well acquainted with. Now, although our economy is turning around, COVID has left a long-lasting mark on the way companies operate. In fact, a survey found that COVID has sped up the acquisition of digital technology by several years. And with technology being more ubiquitous and at a lower cost, our company has shifted to have a heavier focus on digital solutions. As the management team for digital solutions, we are focusing on the implementation of technology to aid us in creating a safe and prosperous working environment. Our team defines digital solutions very simply. It's just to use technology to solve a problem in a very efficient manner.
First, let's back up and explain the framework of our return to work policy. Today, we are seeing something called the Great Resignation. This informal term was coined by Texas A&M University's Anthony Klotz, and it was in response to two developments: people quitting their jobs at a growing rate, and let's face it, burnout has become a reality for many people, and COVID has given them a reason to rethink their work-life balance, or lack thereof. Because of this, the labor market no longer plays in our favor. The ball is not in our court. We have to play to the tune of our employees. All to say, our policy focuses on employees and putting them first.
They say jump, we say how high. For those who want to work from home, they can. A 9-month study done by Stanford found that workers are 13% more productive when they work at home. Our company has seen these similar productivity results from our remote force.
For those who want a hybrid plan, they can create their own. That, of course, needs to be approved. And for all those at home, the amount of work done will be assessed and interventions will occur if worker performance is lacking.
Finally, for those who can't seem to leave their cubicle, they can choose the option to come in every day. Of course, with these plans, they would need approval. We would look at each individual request and look at the big picture to see that we wouldn't be at max capacity. Currently, Illinois is in phase 5, which we entered when after 50% of Illinois residents 16 and older were vaccinated. The status is similar to that of our company, which is also 50% vaccinated.
Phase 5 allows there to be no limited capacity. However, our team understands the unpredictability of COVID-19. And considering the experts at the Institute for Health and Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington are forecasting another COVID surge during winter, we decided to operate at 70% capacity. Keeping this in mind, we will approve individual requests and create accommodations if necessary, of course, with employee approval as well.
Keeping employees' safety and needs is paramount, while also producing results is our goal. We have come up with extraordinary digital solution for our company. The cutting edge tool is a multi-purpose app called Safety First, which is designed to track COVID cases in our office. Our policy requires that every single employee downloads this app. Every employee must have a profile, and on the app, there will be a section asking for their work status, meaning whether they're remote or in person. If they're remote, they must still have the app, but they just do not have to use it every day. However, for those who are coming to work in person, they must use it every single day that they are working and must also check the alerts that they may receive from it. This way, designated HR leaders will have access to everyone's profile and can check everyone's status, will check everything runs smoothly on a COVID standpoint. So what do we mean?
Every day, temperature checks, wellness surveys, contact tracing, and more will all be tracked using Safety First. Let's break this down into the first 3 key features of this app that every in-person employee deals with on a daily basis. First, the temperature checks. Thermal imaging systems, which is simply a fancy term for no-contact temperature checking devices, will be placed at both of our main entrances upon arrival to the building. Every employee that walks by will have to get the green light by the secretary behind the desk watching the results of the thermal imaging system. We ask employees to document if they pass the temperature check on Safety First. If they check no, then Safety First will tell the employee to go home and take a COVID test and test negative before they can come back. This negative COVID test must also be documented on our app.
Up next are wellness surveys that must be completed before stepping into the building. These wellness surveys will ask the following questions. Have you been in contact with a person positive with the COVID-19 virus? Have you traveled out of state in the past 14 days? Have you experienced fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing, etc.? After answering these questions, you will either receive a green check that you can go into the building or a red X that you must return in a negative COVID test result into the building. Again.
Next, our app has contact tracing. Every new location an employee goes to must be documented on the app. For instance, when an employee goes to the cafeteria for lunch, they must log into the app that they're going to the cafeteria and a time as well.
Each employee has their own designated office or cubicle that they are not allowed to use to switch without communicating with HR. Every cubicle and office is numbered, making it easy to list in safety first. Again, they must log in when they're at their office space and at the end of the day when they leave. Though this may seem a little too cumbersome, it is our policy that we maintain a safe working environment and that we also maintain outbreaks.
Our contact tracing feature will create a safe workplace and simultaneously keep our employees feeling protected and kept aware of their colleagues' COVID cases. Because anytime an employee tests positive with COVID, we will have this documented on our app. They will have to inform the designated leaders of HR and their own department leaders. These HR leaders will then update the app of their health status.
If an employee has been in contact with someone sick, a notification will pop up on an employee's phone, taking them to safety first, where a warning message will pop up, alerting them that they have been in contact with someone who is COVID-19 and telling them to reach their nearest quarantine room.
Our company building will dedicate one room on each floor with its only purpose being to serve as a quarantine room. Now, if you notice, our app does not specify this person's name. We value our employees' privacy and will be keeping medical records as well as vaccination status confidential.
Anyone having been exposed to someone who tested positive will quarantine until they're given the green light to come back via a negative COVID test. Employees will have to work remotely while they are waiting for their COVID test results.
And speaking of COVID test results, now for the part of the app that only a select half of the company experiences, for the half of the employees who are unvaccinated and are either on a hybrid plan or come in every day, they are required to take a bi-weekly COVID test on Mondays and Thursdays and test negative. On our app, people's profiles will also state their vaccination status, which will only be seen by them and the designated leaders of HR.
Now we tread on careful waters here as vaccination status falls under confidential medical information. However, according to the EEOC guidelines, vaccination status may be disclosed on a need-to-know basis. Therefore, to enforce our biweekly COVID test requirements, we fall under this category. Our app will ask every Monday and Thursday for every non-vaccinated person to disclose their COVID test result. If positive, the company is informed and the employee must work remotely until they test negative once again.
In conclusion, our return to work policy centralizes around our app. This is a digital solution that our team has come up with and takes off a lot of busy work that would fall on HR. The app does all the tracking and information-based concerns. These designated leaders of HR for the app have access to all this information and are able to keep track of things from a screen.
And unlike our competitors, our policies framework is to appeal to our employees. We enforce choice. They have a choice to outline their work-life balance and choose the plan that works best for them. And to appeal to work safety, we took every precautionary measure that we put in our app to ensure the safety and well-being of our employees. And all this is done in our Safety First app.
Rather than most companies who use online surveys and have to scan QR codes, which are becoming increasingly used, our app is a tap away. Every COVID-related concern is covered by our app, making it easy and efficient.
We thank you so much, associates, for joining our Returning to Work Policy Conference, and we are so excited to start these guidelines on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.